Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cavaliers will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Aggies offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Texas A&M going quickly.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win. They wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And
he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. So Cavaliers offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the ball is picked off. Bust through behind his pad. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the big fullback.
Well, it was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety came downhill. He made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play, their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. On the option. The pitch. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll go right back to the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Virginia!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR. They just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Toledo. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's no good. He missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. looking deep down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Here comes the offense on second down. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! They take the lead with the 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on first down. Release to the back. That's wheeled in. It's Grove. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Grove. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 6.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's past the 30. Got a lot of running room. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Running back goes in motion. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Cavaliers will snap it on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Bringing the heat. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. Back to the air one more time. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover, You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got an open man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Aggies want to move quickly. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of